Chirpy. I am too much. And welcome back to the NEFFA Report. You see that? We're decked out. NEFFA everywhere. What's destined cannot be stopped, all right? And this is going to happen. Shout out Chris again. Great producer. Great graphics. You see the cup? And we active. But before I get started, I just have a message for you guys. Do not wait until someone dies before you give them their flowers or you glaze them or celebrate them. A dead person cannot smell. So while they're alive, celebrate that person. But we getting going today. We're gonna talk about the women's leagues that starting. We're gonna talk about MVP watch, offense and defense, because we got talent in this league. We got talent in this state, the best in this state. All right, the best in this country when it comes to 9-man. We're gonna talk about games to watch this session because, Chris, Jim, y'all cooked with the schedule. Like, bro, it's amazing. All right. And then we're going to talk about keys to win because, like I said, week 2 is filled with a lot of good games. So y'all in for a show. Stay tuned. Oh, we back. Before we talk about the men, I know this is a NEFFA report, but we got to talk about the ladies, all right? We got to shout them out. We got to celebrate them because shout out Peeps, shout out Mono, shout out Chris, Jim, Bay, everybody involved with this. We will be starting up our own women's league. Started off with 7-on-7s. The field has been secured. Like I said, shout out Peeps, Mono, and them getting that locked down. And we're going to start off doing a showcase one day, 7v7, just to get the girls accustomed to what is flag, how to pull a flag, and just the difference between, traditional football and regular flag. But this is amazing. This is big for the league. I mean, before everything, I call dibs on a honey gang, all right? I call dibs on Vanessa, Paris, just even if they don't play, just having their IQ and their brilliance, and they're great leaders. Like, women, ladies, girls will want to follow them, and I call dibs. Sorry, Rook, I need them. I will call dibs on Mama Dorsey too, but I don't want to get choked up by Dorsey. But that would be amazing if we had. Imagine that if we had Mama Dorsey, we had Mama Grizz, Crystal out here coaching these teams, and just their energy, because again, like, their energy around the guys is amazing. They motivate us. So imagine them around like young girls or just girls who are not familiar with the culture that we bring. So that'll be dope. Ladies, I'm planting seeds. We would love to have you guys involved. And then also too, to like the fellas, imagine if each men's team had a women's team. Like, I always wanted to have wavy women. I was going to have them as cheerleaders, but if they could play too, I'll cheerlead for them. Screw it. Bring that money back home. But that'll be amazing. Just what Peeps doing, what Mono's doing, Chris, Jim. This is amazing for the league, amazing for Rhode Island, because, I mean, you see flag football is now sanctioned for the ladies. I mean, I believe the men too soon, but the ladies for sure is become a sanctioned sport for them. So by the time they graduate, that's like the feeder system. They come into our league, boom, and then even after that, there's other leagues that they could showcase and they could go far. So we believe in you, ladies. We're putting our money where our mouth is. Just know that we got you, and together we can make this big. So shout out everybody putting this together. Women's Flag League, NEFFA. Oh yeah, we doing something. When I return, we're gonna talk about players to watch for the MVP. There's so many talent out here on offense, defense. Let's talk about it. I'll be right back. And we return. I am too much. Like I said, this is the NEFFA report. Now, let's talk about them MVPs, all right? Offense, defense. Every week, I'm going to track players, based off stats. Kenny, we thank you for standing out there, writing on the stats. Chris, we thank you for standing out there, writing on the stats. Lex recording and stuff like that, because this helps. All the visuals and all the documentation helps us make this a lot more organized, a lot better, more concrete. And I was telling Chris before this, like, I feel bad for like the older generation and stuff like that when this technology wasn't as heightened or as prominent before, because I know there was so much great talent being overlooked on the mid. Like, that's why I try to go so hard to have this here now. So when we're like 20, 30 years later, like we have something to be proud of and be like, yo, like you could show your kids and teach people, because flag is getting big now. A lot of the flag that we've been playing, there's a lot of good teaching material. So let me jump into the MVP and talking about stuff you can learn from. Let's start offense. Chemo. He has to be on the MVP watch. Why will he not be? I mean, again, it's Kings, but he will do that to any team. And we're talking about learning, bro, the hip movements. Like, I know you guys seen the the NFL like flag. I said, yo, this dude's doing the chemo, like the twist with the hip. Like, bro, that's like on some AI stuff. Like, you got to get a picture of that and like trademark that, because you do, like, that's you, and you're on that for a reason. And Thomas, y'all seen his performance week 1 against a really good team. So if he's doing that against really good teams, you know he's proven. Thomas, Chemo, Malik as a quarterback, I mean, that young boy's the future. Whether he's throwing for 2 touchdowns or rushing. And yes, he has good receivers, but he's an assassin, all right? Now, he's on a mission this year, and I'll be surprised if he doesn't win Super Bowl championship MVP, but I could see him winning league MVP as well, too. And then Mitch, money-making Mitch, the baddest white boy since he began, all right? Like, Duda is amazing. That's Mount Rushmore. But it helps to have a little Mitch right there. Ask Randy Moss. He loved having Wes Walker with him. Of course. So, Mitch, we don't call you money making Mitch for no reason, all right? And if hood dudes are calling you money making Mitch, oh, you solidified, bro. So, Mitch, you're MVP to watch. Do not sleep on him ever. That's a bad mistake. We discussed the offense. Now let's talk about that defense, all right? We're not like the NFL. Defenders deserve to get crowned, all right? And we got a lot of guys who, they could be league MVP. I remember that 1 year when Coop, I believe he won it, but he was definitely in the runnings because a defensive performance. Again, they said defense wins championship. So these guys like a Putu, I mean, that's a man who knows football. Made all the way to the league, the NFL that is. I mean, he came out week 1, committed, and you shown what happens when he's all the way tapped in. 2 picks, was cruising. And then Trey Sav, that's one of my regrets not picking him up, because he's a force in this league. And then you add Levi with them. Oh my God. But the fact that like he was able to establish himself before Levi came back, and now Levi, who's also established, is there, bro, they're going to take turns on who has the most sacks every week. Like, it might be just between them two on sack leaders. So that's amazing. And then Shonai, he's been doing this for how long? Yeah, he's been doing this. And then Ben on the same side. It was close. Him and Ben, again, if Trey Sav and Levi are going to have field day this with quarterbacks this session, best believe Ben, you know Ben. If you don't know Ben, you're going to hear Ben, all right? He might be 4'5", under 5 foot, but he has the power of a 6'4" man and the heart of a 6'7" man. I love Ben for, like, he's solidified. Same thing with Shonai. If Ben is the loud one, Shonai's the quiet assassin. But together, oh my goodness, they're dangerous. So that's another duo you need to watch out for. And then Mr. Izzy, former BSN, now underdogs. Whether he's quarterbacking, I mean, my team's seen it. He beat us just off of his play. And then he beat us, getting another sack. He had 2 in a day, but bro, you got to watch that too. So I think the sack leaders might be up there. Honestly, there's going to be so many guys. John from the Waves, you could throw him in there. Clear cut rookie of the week. Might be rookie of the session, but oh yeah. Pass rushing is vicious this session. So quarterbacks, be careful. Like, be careful. Them dudes is hungry. They're ready to come get you. All right, I had to finish that because that would have been a big pause. But yeah, they're ready. They're ready this session. Just don't hurt my Nick's too bad. I mean, he could take it. All right, Nick's a man, but still, just be careful. All right, I need that pretty boy. But that's the MVP watch. I'm gonna be doing that every week. Again, this is to motivate guys. All right, motivate you. Like, come on, show out, show up. Like, this league is the best overall. All right, so why not showcase your talent when everybody's watching? So yeah. Speaking of watching, when we come back, we're going to talk about games to look forward to this session. Because again, I'll reiterate it. Whoever made this schedule cooked. All right. So stay tuned. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Games to watch. There's about 8 of them. Definitely more, but ones that will have playoff implication. And again, like, I mean, y'all may look at this list and be like, Outlaws, Lions, BSN. I only talk about them, but bro, they've been dominant for so long. All right. We have to, if you don't want to see them at the top, beat them. That's it. Simple as that. But there's a reason why you look forward to watching their games, because again, when I talk about talent and how to play this game, they're great examples of that. Spartans as well, Waves, but we're going to start off week 2. Outlaws KAC. I mean, that's a game of the session contender. All right. Whenever Mamu battles with a good O-line, well, not even just Mamu, like the KA, like African coalition, like their defense is just as amazing. I mean, a lot of guys get overshadowed from like Mamu, but you have HD, you got Ibby, you got Morris. If Glad comes, you got Glad, Marley when he rushes. So their D-line is amazing. Going against, if Lions have the best O-line, Outlaws got the second best with arguably one of the best linemen, Josh. So that's going to be a battle for days. We're going to talk about like the keys to win, but week 2, Outlaws, KAC. Week 3, again, bring it back, KAC, Lions. Like, that's a battle. That's every time they play each other, it comes down to the wire. When Africans were the African iteration, Death Row iteration, my apologies, they actually battled the Lions in a championship and lost, I believe, final play, or I know that game was tight. So that's, in my opinion, I believe that's the Super Bowl preview for the championship preview for this session. So we get to see it week 3. It's going to get everybody appetized and ready for the playoffs. BSN and Underdogs in week 4. I know Underdogs is a new team, but this game is special because the leader of that new team is battling the team that made him a champion, helped make him a champion, helped make him a household name. But Izzy was already a household name outside of BSN. Izzy's been a dog. I mean, he hasn't been an underdog, but he's been a dog. So that's going to be a good matchup. BSN, Underdogs, Izzy going against his old team. That's like Tom Brady going against the Patriots when he was on the Bucks. And we lost. I hated that game. But that's going to be a good one. And then BSN, Outlaws. That's historical. All right. And we're talking about history. I think that's probably the Packers and Bears. No. That's a good history, but like the way these guys fight, it's like the Steelers and Ravens. All right, when they come and clash together, their offense, defense, offense, like that's a rich history. That's a great rivalry, and I love it because like they keep it football for the most part, definitely. But just again, like they understand the magnitude of like how high they are. Like they're the upper echelon. So the fact that like they battle and it's a good showcase. So that's going to be week 5, and you want to see that. Same reason why you want to see, also in week 5, we have the Spartans and PVD Waves. I know I don't see much. Again, like PVD Waves still coming up. The reason why I spotlighted this game is because we took them off the playoffs. So I know the revenge is going to be there. And then by week 5, Flash is going to be playing. So again, whoever made this schedule, you guys cooked, all right? Because that's amazing. Like, Flash gets to play his old team. We're going to keep him level-headed, of course. There's no fighting. He already made the promise and all of that. But that's just storytelling. Like, I'm a storyteller. So, like, just looking at that, like, that's great form storytelling. Same thing with the Izzy and the Underdogs. Week 7, Lions, BSN. Like I said, bro, that's another rich history. All right, Lions BSN. I believe they played in a championship a couple times. Good playoff wins. It's never easy battle for either side, regardless who you have on there, because it's just they know each other. You got two of the greatest GMs organizations, so it's just more like a chess game, all right, when it comes to them. So that's week 7. Again, that's potential playoff, championship implications as well too. So we get to see a little preview early, get everybody ready for the playoffs. Week 8, Lions Outlaws. Like, bro, this is good, man. This is good. What else to say? Lions Outlaws. You see them, like, everybody has to stop. Matter of fact, let me see what time that game is, because that's a game where like everybody has to pull up. I don't care what you're doing. You tell them. You even bring the misses with you, because that's pure entertainment. And that's 5/31, I believe, Memorial Day or Memorial Weekend. Like, yeah, man. You guys cook with the schedule. Like, I get to watch that game, and then I get to go like celebrate. I might celebrate on the field. Honestly, by the time that game's over, I might be passed out. But shit, it's gonna be a great game, worth it. So, damn. Again, yeah. Whoever made the schedule cooked, and then BSN KAC, man. I mean, there's a lot more games to definitely look forward to, but I'll just leave you off with that week 9 BSN KAC. Speaking of long form storytelling, like, if you know what happened with the travel and just like the splitting up and all of that, like, bro, that's, and then even too, like the playoffs last session, how it ended with the Africans and BSN, like, this is a game that I know dudes have circled on their calendar, and if everybody's gonna show up to that Lions Outlaws game, this is a game that everybody will be showing up to as well. And there you have it for games to watch. The schedule is in the forum for like the full overall. Like I said, there's games that you might feel like deserve to be definitely top watch. I don't disagree, but just for time purposes and not to bore you guys, yeah, these games are going to be good. So Chris is going to obviously put them with the time and the week and stuff like that. But again, before I head off with this segment, whoever cooked this schedule, Jim, Chris, thank you. And let's have a great session, fellas. But I ain't done yet, all right? You're going to stay tuned for the keys to win, and then I'll be done. But yeah, I appreciate you. Oh, man, I know that last segment made it seem like I was logging off, but y'all still have to deal with me for a little bit, all right? We're going to talk about the keys to win. And like I said, week 2 is, you got the Outlaws, KC, Spartans, Lions, Waves Rebellion, Underdogs Den, even that's a good game, BSN, Kings. I mean, if they sleep, you know, but let's get into it. The game of the week, arguably game of the session, Outlaws, KAC, Karamoko African Coalition. I'm going to say African. Sometimes I try to say KAC because, you know, love Malik. I always want to make sure he's mentioned, but I be stuttering and stuff, so I don't want Edison to laugh at me. But Africans, they're away. JR1 is home. I mean, what can I say? Keys to win. Outlaws, just do what you did week 1. Not much. I mean, depending on like the competition is going to be different. So it's really going to come down to, I would say, Dame versus E-Man. That matchup will dictate who wins this game, because again, Markeem's going to be looked, and then low AC is going to be looked. Safety's going to come over there. So it's going to take like the other guy, and E-Man's clearly a number 1 on any team, even on this team. But, you know, obviously you have low AC. You got to give him his respect. So the best corner's going to go on him. And then that's where Dame and them comes back. And then how can I forget? There's a reason why the Outlaws are home, because this is a homecoming for Mr. NEFFA. Truthfully, he was on a logo, and it's rightfully so because this man does it time and time and time again, regardless of what people say, regardless if his throws are the best or not. And that's Mr. Jiggy Man. The Jigga Man returns. The Jigga Man returns, and that's why I said, like, this game, he's returning at the right time. At the right time, because I just said it. Mamu and that defense, that pass rush is going to be fierce. But the Jigga Man is familiar with the pressure. My man won championships, all right? Travel and league play. So that's why that game is going to be game of the year. Because it's the return of Jiggy versus Mamu-led defense. With a C, big, little, and medium. Shout out James. And then Malik, E-Man. Like, bro, everybody got to tune into that. So the keys to win, like I said, Dame, E-Man. It's going to come down to you guys on either side. Like, whoever wins that battle will help the margin. Lions, Spartans. Spartans are home. Lions are away. Home team, they're the underdogs, obviously, is because it's the Lions. Like, they don't even need my keys to win. They've been winning. Like, Dorsey, just do you. All right? Just don't change anything you're doing. I mean, I don't even know who you're coming with. But it doesn't matter, all right? But it's not to say that that the Spartans are not going to put up a fight and potentially win. I mean, their keys to win runs through Thomas. But not just Thomas, all right? Thomas play, but like also like the leadership and like the fact that he's selfless. Like his selflessness, like he doesn't care if he gets the ball 10 times a game or if he gets a 0 and then Washi's doing his thing and then Koyo's doing his thing, Jordan's doing his thing. That's what makes him a great player, and that's what's going to win this game. It's going to have to be everybody but Thomas playing wise. The Washies is going to have to beat the second, third corner from Lions, the Koyo of the world, the Jordan. Right, this is a game where y'all got to help Thomas. Like, Thomas is going to do his thing phenomenally. Same thing with Dill. But it's like now we have to collectively, like Koyo always says, it's more than just Thomas. So this is the game where you guys prove that, yes, we got our brother, but we could also help him when, when it's needed. He can shoulder all of it. So that game right after the KAC Outlaws, they're hitting us with great double hitters right away. And then Waves are home against Rebellion. Rebellion are 1-0. I mean, we're not at the Lions and Outlaws or BSN and Lions Outlaws type of rivalry yet, but we got something brewing here. All right, Nick, former Rebellion, going up against his team. I mean, I think we have a 1-1 record, 1-2. Like, I'm not too sure, but it's been even. All right, it's been even good battles going back and forth. And that quarterback, I believe his name is Xavier. We're going to see more of him, but he's a quarterback you should not sleep on. I've been telling my guys, he has that demeanor that's like, okay, this guy played quarterback before. He's confident. He knows what he's doing. And then how can you not be confident when you have Jarrell, Darrell, Tyler, Cliff returning? Oh, my God. Like, that's going to be amazing. And then, keys to win. Xavier, listen to the OGs. Listen to the OGs and just... They've been playing this. They played against us, so they'll know what to do and just take that all in. And then for the Waves, score some points. All right, score some points. Like, this is GM me now. Like, come on, fellas, 0 points. Like, we've been doing this for 3 sessions. I don't give a damn if we could have got 3 points, but we got to score. All right, the guys playing offense need to do your job because, as you know, everybody wants to play offense. And as a GM, if the guys who are in are not doing it and you want to win, what do you do? So, come on, Waves. Start getting wavy. I can't be the only one, all right? I need somebody else there with me. I'm drowning alone. Come on, fellas. So, Waves, do your shit. Rebellion, keep trusting in Xavier. Xavier, trusting the OGs and just let that build. Underdogs. Underdogs now against the Den at 12:15. I mean, that's going to be a good game in a sense of, Izzy, I can see you going 2-0. I can see you going 2-0 for sure. Keys to win for this game. Continue to build with your team that you have. You look at your stats, your throws weren't off completely. Like, you was Dotton. It was just, again, just getting used to running with your receivers and just actually playing quarterback. And John didn't help either. John was in there. Izzy, you're like 5'6". John's like fucking Wimby height. So I don't blame you, bro. That dude was towering over the lineman. So I could just imagine you. But you got the weapons. You got the Bombays, the baddest Native Americans. You got the Paccinis. You got AJ and Bubba, my favorite Italians. Like, bro, you win right now. You're winning, Izzy. So go out there and just, again, just really build with the guys. Again, like I said, like the Allen and the Bubba, get them accustomed to 9 man. They're dogs, hence why they're underdogs. But like when they get into the game, it's gonna be scary. And then you already have the Pompeys who have solidified himself with Pat, AJ. So, and then I still don't know. I gotta get familiar with your players. The 2 quarterbacks that I seen, I think Milk was one of them, but Malik, or I got to get their names, but Dev, again, I respect what you're doing. And again, we don't know the rosters. We don't know who's showing who. That's why I love like having like scouting reports and like, so we know who's playing like the next week. So as an analyst, I could be informed and sound less ignorant, but I got to do what I do and I make it look interesting while I'm at it. So, but then keys to win, bring your guys, bring Mel for sure. If he's still in Florida, you better go get him. All right. You better pay for that 2-way right now. Go grab him. Just bring him back. And because Mel is the truth. And with him, makes this game definitely different. So I don't know, but bring your guys. Dev, bring your guys. And then close it out. BSN and the Kings. Amari, listen to your players. Listen to your players and just figure out like what is it like you really want to do. Like listen to your players because they have good ideas. They have good suggestions and shit. I know you're the owner. You're the owner and you're a wise man. So do what you need to do to make your team right. And again, it's tough coming out week 1 Outlaws, week 2 BSN, went through the gauntlet. I'm saying whoever made the schedule cooked. You're probably thinking, damn, these dudes hate us. But I mean, how do you get better? Like you go through fire, you iron sharpen iron. So this will help show your team, your guys, like who's really meant for the rest of this session, but even 9 man too. So build around those guys who have been consistent, who show up and just, like I said, if you need help, I'm the Don King of 9 man, baby. I'll send you players. I'll help you recruit. I'm at NK on Tuesdays, so let me know. We could make this team big. And then BSN. Yeah, what do I have to say? Just watch film on last game. Don't sleep. Don't sleep for sure because it was a blowout, Outlaws and Kings, but it was 6-0 up to halftime. So any given Sunday, you never want to disrespect your opponent. You never want to sleep on them. And I know Peeps and Mike, they never, they never take it light because the points matter, the wins matter when it comes to playoffs. So you see Kings, don't think that is an easy breeze. Like, it matters. So take it serious because any given Sunday. But that's my keys to win. I try to do that instead of predictions because, you already know the leagues. People here, points, who's going over. They use that against you, but we're going to get right. We're going to get creative with it. And again, I hope you guys enjoy the show. Chris and I have interviews coming up with people outside of NEFFA. We're trying to get the whole 9-man circuit back together. You know what I mean? Because this is one of the best leagues around. This is one of the best format around. If small ball is WWE, let's be ECW. All right? Let's be my man, Paul Heyman, one of the greatest managers, one of the greatest owners. And I say that because the masses, everybody loves small ball because it's more, like advertisement friendly, more cut clean. Screw it. We'll be hardcore. All right. Just like how ECW was the better wrestling platform because they actually wrestled and, the stories, but with the algorithm nowadays, we could take that hardcore, find our own audience. All right. That's all we got to do. We just got to think bigger, think wiser, but think together. That's the main thing. Again, shout out the men who are putting together the 7-man, Peeps, Mono, Chris, Jim, Bay, Jamie, and then all of us collectively coming together and supporting them the same way the NBA supports the WNBA. So, fellas, let's have a great week 2. I will be back week 3. I got empty couches. Y'all can pull up, have sit-down interviews. Let's make this league bigger than we know it can be. And it's on its way. So shout out everybody who's doing that right now. And let's stay wavy. I'll see y'all.